this is how my mind works. So first of all, I was I was comatose from like 6:30 in the morning to 9:30. So I was completely out of it. I got up at 6:30 because it's our early day to take my son to school. And I was like, hey Brett, can you do this run for me? Like just let me sleep in today.
So
You know,
you had your husband take your son to school because you already felt exhausted.
okay. Yes.
Okay.
So last night was one of those. No, it's more frequent than it used to be, but sleepless nights where I was up at 1 a.m. and couldn't sleep. And what I've learned about myself is I should just get up and journal and do
Okay.
whatever I need to do. So I was up from 1 to 3:30. Usually that doesn't affect my schedule the next day, but at 6:30 when the alarm went off, my body was like, "No, you stay in bed."
Wow.
So, okay, I asked my husband, like, can you please do this? Just take one for the team today. Let me sleep in because he had to go into work. He's like, yeah, sure. And again, usually I can't go back to sleep. I just lie there and end up talking myself into something I could use the time for.
See,
But
that's when I'm on TikTok. So I'll just be completely honest. I usually get on TikTok and
what,
laugh, and then 2 hours later, I should have already
yes.
been asleep.
And then you didn't get sleep and you didn't get up. So then
Right.
it's just like you're like in the dead zone in between. Well, so usually that's kind of where I fall. But this morning, I just went straight back to sleep and didn't move until 9:30. And I like got up at 9:30. I was like, oh, I guess I needed that. Good. I don't think I.
And then there's a text from Melissa. Are we recording today?
I was like, I don't.
And I was like, and I just like, well, it's not you. It's not like Pam to ghost me, but I was just like,
Right.
I
I
hope
knew
she's okay.
when I woke up this morning, Melissa. I knew I didn't have anything to do today.
And then forgotten Melissa. It's okay. No, but I mean, I'm glad you got to sleep.
Yeah.
Um,
But so here's what I was laughing about this morning. It plays into stupid dreams because I overthink everything. Um, when I called you, I was so disoriented and I couldn't figure out how to FaceTime. Somehow I called you and it was a FaceTime call. I didn't mean to do that. And then I couldn't figure out how to do it. It wouldn't let me put you on speakerphone. So I was talking to you, but I was listening to you from a distance through my earpiece.
I
I was
mean, dude,
so
this is a
disoriented.
hard sleep. This is a hard what
But it
yeah.
hasn't happened to me before in a long time. So I didn't know what to say to you. It's been a long time since I've been speechless. But I know I called you and I was just like,
You were more
I
coherent than you
slept in.
realized.
Oh, good. Okay.
Well,
In my head.
you had texted me that you slept in, and then when you called, you were like, I forgot what the first thing you said, but it was basically, I just woke
I'm just
up.
sorry.
I'm so
I'm
sorry,
allergic.
you
Just,
know, and I
okay.
was, yeah, because but again, it different. That's why you always have to be careful. And this is a general thought from
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
I think you always have to be careful how you treat people consistently, because when something like this happens, your reaction is going to be different depending on who the person is. So with you, it was like, well, is it I question whether it was the day we record, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I looked at my
Mm-hmm.
calendar to make sure I
Mm-hmm.
had the right day of the week.
Yeah.
So it goes back to giving you the benefit of the doubt, right? So and then I thought, and the first thought I had is she's still asleep. That's the first thought I had. So I
Yep.
sent you a text just in case you were doing something and forgot. And then I didn't
Yep.
hear back from you. And I was like,
Yeah.
well, then she must be asleep. And so I didn't do anything else because I
Yeah.
figured there's nothing else to do until she wakes up. And then, or I
Then
thought
we'll figure it out.
her battery could be dead and
Mm-hmm.
she's off doing something and forgot, or she can't do it, or maybe something's up with your son, or,
Yeah.
but just saying that you got the benefit of the doubt, where if somebody who consistently is unreliable,
Yep.
you don't give them that, right? So
Yeah.
it just makes you realize that, if you are consistent in your support of somebody, then you get grace when you
Yeah.
screw up. Where if you were the person who takes advantage all the time of being late or not showing up or whatever, then you don't
Yep.
get that same treatment. I don't know. That's just
Yeah. I mean, I wanted to say it's just being genuine, but that's not it. Because there are very genuine people who just have a terrible habit of not showing up consistently, right? Or who just they lean into that really, a lot.
But I never rolled my eyes at you. I would roll my eyes at them. I have friends, just as you said, who are constantly can't get it together.
Yeah.
And if something like this happened, I roll my eyes and get mad. Like, here we go again.
Like I knew it, right? Like I knew this was a possibility.
Yes. Where with you, I didn't roll my eyes. I didn't say, here we go again. Like it was just like, well, I hope she's okay.
I'm so glad that we're friends like that, because I didn't worry about that with you. I just didn't know what to say. And it brought up some trauma from I'm like, I'm going to have a dream about this now, because now I'm stuck in this fight, flight, or freeze moment on the phone with you where I'm just speechless, where I'm like, I'm sorry, but I know it's okay.
Right.
And I want to like grovel, but I know I don't have to, And so I was in this freeze moment. So when I was a senior in high school, I was on the flag line. In fact, I was one of the co-captains of the flag line.
Okay.
And I had been very invested in marching band and in the color guard for.
I did rifle in middle school, so just saying.
You did?
I flipped the rifle.
Rifles are fun.
Yeah.
I still have a saber somewhere in my closet, and every once in a while I come across it.
I had long fingernails, and I flipped the rifle once, and I mistimed it, and all my nails were ripped right off. I do remember that. But yes, but being a part of the color guard, there were times I had the flag, but my specialty was the rifle. But anyway,
rifle,
I just understand.
That's a good one. I wish that I could have upgraded to the rifle, but I was never upgraded. I was a flag line through and through though. So I was co-captain of the color guard my senior year, and I had been that completely consistent, In fact, I was in middle school, just like you. I was a runner for the marching band. So I knew I was invested 100%. We had a band car wash one Saturday in the fall, I think. And I got up that Saturday morning and decided that my sister and I should go hang out at the mall. And that's what we did with our Saturday. We had the best time just hanging out and shopping. We had the easiest Saturday. Oh my God. Yeah, it was Four Seasons Mall, like 4 stories. It was amazing. And then you drive along the road and you like cruise up and down the road along the way to the mall and on the way back. Right. So
we had a McDonald's on the corner of a intersection. So we went from Shady Brook Mall to the McDonald's back to Shady Brook Mall. So anyway, yes, McDonald's was the turnaround. Yeah.
You cruise the path along the way at the stoplights. You look around, right?
Exactly.
So we had the best Saturday, and I got home, and my co-captain called me, or maybe she was my best friend, by the way, best friend. And I don't know why. I don't know what I thought she was doing that day. But she called me and she was like, hey. And I was like, hey, what are you doing? Like completely oblivious. She was like, where were you today? I was like, oh, I went to the mall. I told her about the things I got. Like I just was like totally absent.
Did that make her even more mad? Isn't that funny?
She was stunned. Yeah. She was just like, the car wash. And it was that moment where I was like, I had nothing to say. Melissa, I was like, totally embarrassed.
Well, and back then we didn't have the phone with a calendar. Like, you think also about like, we're so used to having things that can ding us with things that we're supposed to be doing, where back then it was all here.
Yeah, I was caught completely by surprise. And I had just, as the captain of the color guard, I just didn't show up for no good reason. I went shopping instead. So since then, I was 18. Since then, I have this perpetual deep fear of forgetting something. Of like, there is going to be something that I know about and also cannot, just won't show up for.